CSLN. I'm Lucia Cooper-Smith. I'm your host for today, and it is a pleasure to welcome you to Sunday morning at the Center for Spiritual Living located at Unity Nashville. I'd also like to welcome those of you who are watching online and invite you to join us in person if you're ever in Nashville. Our speaker today is Gregory Fisher, and the title of his talk is One Step at a Time. So take a breath on that. We are also pleased to welcome our guest artist, Christy Krause, and our band. So if you're wondering who CSLN is, we are an inclusive, open spiritual community for anyone seeking a deeper connection with God. Our philosophy, our teaching, shows people how to create their most magnificent lives, and we are here to love, honor, and support you, whatever your divine path is. Wherever you may find yourself on your journey of faith, you are welcome here. So welcome to our center. Let's move into spirit. And now as we close our eyes and take a deep breath, turn within and know with me that there is one divine spirit, one God, one heart surrounding us right now, always. The one source that created all things, created me, created everyone here, is still creating. It lives in each of us right now. There is a golden thread of truth that moves through all spiritual paths, and we bless all of them. We are open to the lesson today. We breathe in the willingness to experience something fabulous today, something that shows us to feel more connected, something that shows us how to live our best life. We are so grateful for that inspiration, for this lesson that Gregory is sharing with us today, the beautiful music we'll hear. So grateful for this day and for being together to experience it as a community. And so it is.
Once I found love and I'll be happy, but then you fall in love and there's still a hole. Once I get some money, it'll all be easy. Then you get that money, you still feel broke. Once I get a little older, I won't worry. Then you get older and you don't feel like it should. I'm thinking once I learn to grow right where I'm planted, and maybe that's when life starts getting good. Once I get a car that don't stall in the then I'm making anywhere under just wait. But I can see it right now sitting in the driveway, afraid if I don't take it out I'll chip the paint. Once I get a house that I can hang my head on, I bet I want to build a bigger one if I could. And I'm thinking once I learn to grow right where I'm planted, and baby that's when life starts getting good. I'm getting good. I'm getting good. Life's getting good. Ooh. Thinking baby that's when life starts getting good. That's when love starts getting good.
Hello, 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 everybody. I've been waiting for 6 weeks so I can say hello to you again. Today I'm going to read, oh yes, I'm taller. And I know Ray told me to make sure it's 6 inches. Yes, all good? Everybody could hear me? Oh, perfect. I got so excited when I saw everybody here. All right, this is a reading from Ernest Holmes, and the title is Substance or Supply, or the Law of Opulence, Living the Science of Mind, that's where it comes from, page 340. It's natural to want what we want when we want it, but the law is opulence. It lives in us, an ever-increasing mental equivalent of the good which we desire. The law of mental equivalence says that we can possess any objective thing provided that we first have a subjective mental image. Let us throw away all doubt, fear, and despair, and enter joyously into our God-given inheritance. The very law which we are using teaches us that we shall arrive at the consummation of our desire only by starting from where we're at right now. Let's not dislike the small beginnings. Each one must start with the mental equivalent that he has today. And then by enlarging it even more, increases his capacity to receive. We must reverse all the negative false beliefs and accept the simple proposition that God is good, for this is a fundamental idea of substance and supply, and is the operation of the law of opulence. God is good. The good is ours right now. This is our permanent and increasing expectancy. We can expect so much good that we can conceive of it as being more than we've ever have time to enjoy it. We must feel the presence of this good and appreciate its meaning and give thanks for its manifestation. There must be this combination of gratitude, expectancy, and joy in your life with enthusiasm by this combination. And then when you recognize, the most important part is when you recognize that you are in partnership with God. God the divine can never fail. So this law of mental equivalent can never be overlooked, for it is the law which decides how much of this infinite thing we are to experience. We cannot experience more than what we could accept, and then we can expect more than we have been experiencing. If we're willing to start from where we are today, creating a bigger, broader, better mental equivalent that we had yesterday, then we shall progressively advance. So in other words, just don't rush through anymore. Just take one step at a time, and it's perfect. Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to go into a spiritual mind treatment, but I'd like you to take my words and make them your own, personal, so the words belong to you. Let's take a nice, slow, deep breath in. And then exhale. Just push it all out. And just take one more breath into your heart. If you want to just touch your heart for a moment, that's where your energy goes. And then exhale and listen again with the heart. I know that there is only one mind, one spirit, one life that I choose to call God. God is all-knowing and is the absolute source energy that created all that there is. I know the truth of who I am. I am one with God, and I know that God is greater than I, yet I know that all that I am is God. I accept that oneness with God, and God's intelligence floods my entire consciousness. I know this truth is the deepest part of me, and I am a perfect expression of God. I know that God is always there, and I also always have access to all that God is, all his qualities. God's power flows through me to live out my purpose. I open up my mind and heart as I declare this ever-increasing good in my life. If there's any doubt blocking this truth, it is erased completely, immediately. Only truth, the light of who I am, shines. And I affirm that this life has gone from good to great to grand. As I live out my purpose today with confidence, joy, and loving kindness, I feel so passionate about it. And I know that God is my partner as the divine will leads the way to riches beyond my imagination. I love what I do each day, and I shower people with my love each day. And I'm fulfilled completely and effortlessly. I feel joy and gratitude knowing that my purpose has already been manifested. And it exists right here and right now. We don't have to go anywhere. It's here. And I accept all the good that is evident in my life today. I am very grateful to share that good with others. I am very grateful for everyone here today. Each and every one of you make up this beautiful body of who we are all together as oneness. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, the beautiful artists and the musicians. I just have to say thank you, God, for giving me and everybody the best life possible. Thank you.
No matter what age, no matter how I look, there's beauty in each stage. I am a gift, I promise every day. When I look in the mirror, I'll say, I am a gift. I am a gift. I've loved really well, and every year I lived, there's a different tale to tell. I've made mistakes, I've had some regrets, but I promise I'll never forget. I am a gift. I am a that I am a gift, a precious child. I'm put here on this earth, but only for a while. So I make this vow, and I say it with love. I am perfect and whole and enough. I am a gift. I am a gift. I am a gift. Yeah. I am a gift.
That's Kirsty Cass, everyone.
Good morning. Well, I just don't think I could have a more perfect setup, right? Lima, your reading was just perfect. And I don't know, for those of you who have taken any of the classes, Lima just gave you a perfect 7-step treatment, prayer treatment. It was perfect. I saw all 7 steps. I was like, yeah, okay. You know what? I asked Lucia, and she graciously did. There are some notepads in the pew, and I'm only, I think actual pads. If they may not be in every one, but I'm just saying, I'm going to say some things today you might want to write down. But I'm also going to say that I'm making a commitment that when I get home today, I'm going to make a slide and put it on my website, which is gregoryfisher.life, okay? So having said that, I just want to start this morning by reminding us that we are born whole, complete, and perfect. And that part of us that is whole, complete, and perfect remains in us always. It is always right here and completely accessible at all times. Here's what happens. We get covered up in cultural conditioning and other people's expectations of who we're supposed to be. And so that perfect, whole, and complete me starts looking more like the layers that have been added than who I actually am. And I start feeling certain ways and strategizing how to be acceptable rather than just going with who I am. So then, our lives, the human experience that we're here for, ends up being, if we're lucky, a journey to letting go all that I am not. All that I am not. Right? Now just soak that in for a second. By the way, well, so let me just start here. Here's what's lovely. I've been studying mental health and mental health treatment and what have you for decades, and I've been involved in being a practitioner and working with people for another couple of decades. And here's what's lovely. Neuroscience, current neuroscience, is now telling us that what the ancients have known for centuries is actually scientifically provable. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that today, and I'm going to try to do it in 20 minutes. I promise I'm going to try. Okay. And I just wanted to mention 2 other things. My mentor, my current sort of mentor that I'm studying a lot with, Jenny Gentry, in her book, Dreaming Down Heaven, the 12 Keystones, which is Toltec wisdom, one of those keystones is patience is the fastest way to authenticity. Patience is the fastest way to authenticity. You know what she's saying there? She's saying if we just be patient and take it one step at a time, we find it. But when we keep looking in all the wrong places and employing all of our strategies, all we're doing is pushing it further and further away. So patience is the fastest way to authenticity. Another quote that's actually my quote, but not mine. When I was taking practitioner training years ago, I was sitting in one of Mitch's classes, and all of a sudden I heard him say, surrender is letting go of the belief that I should know the outcome. See, here's the other thing about this journey to authenticity is if I believe I know what that looks like, I'm not surrendering to the process. We have to fall in love with the process. So every time something new shows up, I need to go, I wasn't expecting that, perhaps. Right? Falling in love with the journey, falling in love with the process. It's like, ooh, that was exciting. I urge you to get up every morning and say, show me. Show me. What do I need to know today? What do you want to show me today? This is exhilarating. All right, I'm going to talk first about a new kind of thing that's new means in the last 20 or so years. Richard Schwartz is a brilliant man who created what is now the thing that everybody is trying to learn. Every therapist I know is trying to get into the training. It's so many people trying to get into it that they literally, you register and then they do a lottery, right? And only a certain number of people can get in, and everybody I know is in the lottery every time they offer the training. It's called Internal Family Systems, and I'm not going to go into the whole thing about internal family systems, although I've talked about it here before. But Internal Family Systems says there is an authentic self, and he calls it self-energy. And then there are all these parts that we create because of cultural conditioning and other people's expectations, and they show up as us, and it's some of the faces we present to the world, trying to keep us safe, aware, belonging, and worthy. And of course, those are the 4 attributes of self-energy. But here are some other things. I want to give you 8 words that I want you to consider for everything else I'm talking about. Because this is what self-energy really consists of. The 8 C's. Are you ready? Here they come. Compassion. Curiosity. Courage. Clarity. Creativity. Connection. Confidence. And calm. Ooh, I don't know about you. I want that. I want those 8 things going on in my life as much as possible. I want to bring myself back to the me that is always those 8 things. Now imagine that, people. Imagine it. Compassionate. By the way, all of these start inward. So when I'm talking about compassion, I might be talking about compassion to you, yes, but it starts with compassion for me. Oh, wonderful me. Love you, Gregory. Yeah, life's tough sometimes, and I have compassion for the ways that it impacts me. Curiosity. As a therapist, I say probably too much to my clients. Well, let's just get curious about that. You know, they come in, they're all, and they're telling me all these things. I'm like, let's get curious about that. What do you think that's about? What do you think is creating that? Right? Curiosity. I can look at other people. See, first it starts with me. Let's get curious about me. Then I can look at other people and go, I wonder. I just wonder. I'm just curious about that. See, if I can look at another person from that vantage point and not get hooked, they're wrong, you're wrong. But I can go, I wonder. I'm curious about that. And then I can have compassion too about that. Courage. Sometimes it takes courage to actually look at these things. Not just to be on autopilot all the time. What does that mean? Do I have the courage to look at it? Do I have the courage to maybe consider that there's something, I don't know, that I can do differently? Sometimes what I look at that needs to be done differently is frightening. Frightening. Again, starting with me, and then maybe how can I have influence here to change something that's a little bit scary in my interaction with someone else? I ask my clients all the time, what do you want that you can control? They'll say, I want my marriage to be happy. What part of that is yours? What part of it isn't yours? And how do you let go of the part that's not yours? That takes courage. Clarity. Let's get clear about something. Not from my own understanding, because I certainly have a strategy and I certainly have a mindset. What if I ask for divine clarity? To ask for divine clarity begins with knowing I might not be right. I might not be right. What I'm thinking may not be true. But can I trust that if I ask Spirit to make it clear to me that it will? Surrender. Letting go. I've learned, I even posted on Facebook, I think, was it yesterday? I've been learning, my strategy for life is to always be in control. Now, I'm not talking the divine me. My human part, because of my childhood, and I could go on and on about all that, but my strategy became always be in control. So even when I get up here and talk, you need to understand that there's an element of I'm in control. My husband says I'd live my life on stage if I could. Because you know why? I'm never more in control in my life than right now. You're all sitting out there listening to me. You're paying to listen to me. Right? I'm in control. But I've learned, because I want to be this person. And when I go inside, I have to say, and I could be wrong. And it will be okay to be wrong. I am brave enough to be wrong. Yeah. Clarity requires me to be willing to be wrong. And to find a new truth. Clarity. Creativity. See, it leads into that. Creativity. I'm wrong. What would it look like to be right? Let's get creative. See, as long as I'm dead set on my position, I can't even consider something different that might be better. Let's get creative here. with myself first again, and then maybe in my interactions with other people. What would it look like for us to get creative? What would it look like for both of us to find our divine self and then work from there to a resolution, a solution, an interaction? Creative. Connection. Oh. Connection with what? Well, first I have to recognize my connection with my authentic self and the fact that my authentic self is always, always, always connected to that which is greater than me. So I'm back to one of my favorite lines in the entire universe. It gives me such comfort I can barely stand it. I'm it, but not all of it. When I say that, can you consider that for yourself? I'm it. You're it, but not all of it. Doesn't that give you immense comfort? Because I can know that me, even at my best, is connected to something that is better and greater. And here comes the good word, available. At all times, available at all times. I simply have to get myself out of the way. That part of me, not the authentic self, he's fine. But that part of me that wants to be living in the human experience, I just have to get him out of the way. And by the way, usually, if I take that breath and I come right here and I live in what the Buddhists call the sacred pause, connection, instant. And then I can know that something that is me but greater than me is now available to me. And so whatever is troubling me, or whatever is troubling in an interaction with someone else, I can know that, by the way, I am it but not all of it, and so is Denise. And so is Lyman. And so, look, I love Ania. I'm it and not all of it. Lavania is it and not all of it. So see, that's how I can be open even to this creative process with another person. It's how I can be compassionate with this other person. It's how all of these things is because I'm it, but not all of it. I'm connected. Listen, we are connected. And so when I'm having a difficult encounter with someone else, if I can first find compassion for them, let's go back over the words. Curiosity, creativity, and connection. Whew. Now we got a solution. Because we're allowing it, but not, that is me, but not all of it to come through. Okay, I'm going to move forward. Now here's a word, confidence. I'm going to be honest with you. Ever so often, someone will say, Gregory, I don't know, you seem a little bit arrogant. I know, not me. And I have to stop for a moment and go, what would it look like to let go of my own sense of personal importance, but know there is a difference between arrogance and confidence. Confidence is that part of me that says, yes, I am plugged in. And I'm unwavering, and I'm also unapologetic. See, when it's spirit, I'm never going to apologize for that. Yeah, I'm confident of some things. There are things that I'm like everybody else. Now and then I've got to go, I'm going to have to let go of that because that's showing up as arrogant. But confidence, I want to live there. I want to live there. And then the last one of those 8 C's is calm, which is the point. Do we get that? That the point of all of this is I just want to be calm. I just don't want to be living in anxiety. I don't want to be living in frustration. I don't want to be living in dysregulation, activation. I don't want to live there. I lived way too much of my life there. By the way, thinking it was energy. You know, some of us are adrenaline addicts. True story. You know how you can know that? When you get mad about something, and you feel that, and then the next time someone says, well, you know, how's your day going? I tell this story and I feel the same way, just so you know. That's adrenaline addiction. Every time I tell the story, I get the same feeling, and it is hormonal, it is chemical, and I'm addicted to it. I run late. I actually don't. But people run late because they love what it feels like to be rushed. People wait until the night before to do their homework because they love how it feels. I'm telling you, think about these things. Just notice, yeah, I love that feeling. You know, I can drink coffee, but I can also get adrenaline. Yeah, calm. Ooh, back to that breath. And if I'm aware, and I need to be, then the first thing I'm going to notice is that breath, and this is science, there's research to back it up. The breath is the fastest way to this place. Right here. I work with people all day who are dealing with such overwhelming anxiety and substance use, because they use substance to try to deal with the anxiety and what have you. And we teach them, it's the first thing we teach them, learn how to breathe. Oh, I'm right here. I'm right here. Now, here come the next part, because I got to hurry. 5 P's. So there are 8 C's and 5 P's, and here's what they are. I already talked about this earlier. Patience. Patience. You know what? This process will not be perfect. See, I'd love to know that I'm telling you this and you'll walk out of here and it'll always be this way. I will always be all in the 8 C's. I'm always going to be in the 5 P's. Yeah, perfect. I got it. It won't be that way. It won't be that way. Because we're still human, having this human experience, and we're still dealing with all these layers of who we're not, and we're trying to shed them, we're trying to let them go, and it will not be perfect. And if we're not careful, the first time we're back in, one of those parts that's not me, but pretends to be me, I'll say, see, I knew it wouldn't work. Gregory's full of malarkey. Richard Swartz, whatever. Patience is the fastest way to authenticity. The power of surrender is in our willingness to let go of the results. I don't know what this is going to look like, and I'm patiently waiting. That's the gift of the authentic self. Perspective. See, being in the authentic self is where I can step outside of myself. And I can go, look, there's more going on here. There are things I didn't see. Other people have a perspective too. Right? See, when I insist that my perspective is right, that's suffering. I want to let go of suffering. I'd like to suffer less. And one of the ways is to go, everyone has a perspective, and they all think they're right. And by the way, they're all trying to feel safe. You understand that we perpetuate our perspective because it makes us feel safe. And it isn't safety. It's suffering. Presence. I'm here. I'm here right now. Thich Nhat Hanh, Vietnamese Buddhist, says, anxiety, the illness of our time, is largely due to our inability to remain in the present moment. Feeling anxious? Breath. Get present. And then you get to go, no, wait a minute. What's really going on? What's really going on here, now? You know, I'll say to the clients, someone will be activated, and they're coming in with this energy, and I'll say, where are you right now? I'm in this room. Oh, with who? With you. Are you safe in this moment? Do you feel safe in this moment to just be here in yourself? And they'll say, hang on, I'm getting there. Okay. Yeah, but get there. And live there as much as possible. I'm in this moment. I'm not in the past and what has not gone well. I am not in the future and what I'm afraid won't go well. I'm right here, right now, and everything is just fine. In this moment, if I stay present in this moment. Persistence. Remember how I said this wouldn't be perfect? Patience, presence, persistence. Yeah, oh, okay, so it isn't malarkey. What if I just got back to it? What if I just kept right on going? And finally, the one that's hardest for me, I can't believe it's the last one, playfulness. I know. How cute is that? You know, that when we get back to the authentic self, we can just have a good time with it. It can just be playful. It's an experiment. Life is the laboratory. And I can just be playful. Oh, this doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be right. It can just be an experience, an experiment. Sometimes experiments blow up in your face. Did you ever have that when you were taking some science class? We're in the lab, we do an experiment, it blows up in our face, and we go, yeah, we'll try it again. We'll try it later. We'll try it different. 8 C's, 5 P's. Did you write them down? I hope you did. If you didn't, the graphic will be up on my website later today when I figure out how to do it. But I know how to do it. And look, Dale's back there saying, I got you, man. If you need computer help, Dale's your guy. Maybe there are others. I'm not trying to give just him a commercial, but I do love him. Okay, folks, that was your classroom for the day. Please, please know this. This costs you nothing. It costs you nothing to just look inside and say, what if these 8 C's and 5 P's are available to me now and always? There is no situation that won't be helped by going there. And so it is.
That was perfect. Exactly what I needed. So now it is time to give back to what serves us. If something has touched you today, there are many ways you can share the love with us, and we are so very grateful for your offering. I would like to ask our ushers to come forward now. And we also have a few other ways that we can accept your gift. You can use a credit card in our bookstore, or you can find a document with a QR code at the desk in the lobby. And for online viewers, please make a contribution using the link in the description on the screen, or mail your check to our P.O. Box, which is on our website. So, me, divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Thank you for your loving gifts.
Feeling good, feeling right every day. Every night I got joy in my life, in my life. I used to wake up feeling real stressed. Now I wake up feeling real blessed. I'm in the sunshine living my best life. Then for a minute I was feeling real rough, until that what I had was enough. Now I know that I couldn't love it this much, but I'm feeling good, feeling right. Every day, every night, I got joy in my life, in my life. Oh yes I do. Say farewell, say goodbye to my world, raise the strife. 'Cause I got joy in my life, in my life. Say it with me now. Joy. Oh, baby, I got joy. When the rain falls and the sun shines, when the wind changes in the hard times, I will stand firm, I'll be alright, 'cause I got joy in my life. When the rain falls, when the sun shines, when the winds change in the hard times, I will stand firm, I'll be alright, 'cause I got joy. Feeling good, feeling right. Every day, every night, I got joy in my life, in my life, yeah. So farewell, say goodbye to my world, raise the strife. 'Cause I got joy in my life, in my life. Say it with me now. Joy, yeah. Oh, hey, I got joy. That's right. Oh, I got joy. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I got joy. Yeah. And we got joy. Ain't that right? Yeah, we got joy. We can take it from here. All this joy. One more. 'Cause we got so much joy. And we should go share our joy.
Oh, that was wonderful. Well, a big thank you to our speaker, Gregory Fisher. That was exactly what we needed to hear today. And to our guest artist, Christy Krause. And of course, to Larry Faragalli, Mark Horowitz, and Jimmy Lopez. Thank you, all of you. And to everybody who made this service happen today. So thank you very much. We have just 3 brief announcements. The first is that starting on Sundays, we will only announce events for the upcoming week. So this is odd, but it is the announcement letting you know that we won't be doing announcements the same way we've been doing announcements. And believe me, the irony of this is not lost on me. So we'll be running announcements electronically on the screen, in person and online, before the service, and we're preparing a program to hand out every Sunday that will have all of our announcements on it, and of course then they're also in the newsletter. So we'll be changing that and eliminating this part, so that will be nice. Second, we are moving the meditation room by request from many, many people. So we're going to flip the meditation room in the classroom so that we can have a quieter space and actually meditate in the meditation room. The furniture will be moved in the next couple of weeks, but we've already set up the meditation room in what is the classroom today. That's against this hallway behind us. So those of you who have been boycotting meditation before the service because it's so loud in that room, please come back and join us next Sunday. And keeping my word, the only other announcement is that we have sign-up sheets at the desk in the lobby for the community conversations that are upcoming on Saturday, June 1st, Sunday, June 9th, and Saturday, June 22nd. This is really important spiritual work that we'll do together to vision for our own lives, to look at where we're at on our own personal journey, and to look at where we're at on our journey within CSLN. So this is some really good spiritual work that we can do together as a community. So please make sure that you either sign up on the sheets in the back lobby on the desk, or sign up online by emailing our admin, and you know the email address because we've said it so many times. Lunch is going to be provided, so you have to sign up for these community conversations so that we know how much lunch to order for everybody. So that is it on the announcements. Before we close our service, we would like to welcome our visitors. We're not going to ask you to stand up or wave at us or anything like that, but we do want to thank you for being here, invite you to come to the fellowship hall so that we can say hello and share some light refreshments with you after the service. And if you're watching online, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up because it really does help our analytics. So I would like to ask our practitioners and our speaker to come up front. If there is something that you're dealing with or something you want to attract to your life related to your health, relationship, career, money, please don't leave today without asking one of these practitioners to pray for you as soon as the service is over. Or fill out a prayer request form and put it in the secure box on the table in the hallway outside of the current meditation room. If you are watching online, please go to our website under practitioners and contact them directly. And so now please join me for our closing prayer. I will say it in the first person and ask you to make it personal to you. I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. And take another one. And know with me that there is one heart, one magnificent power. It is God. It is the infinite intelligence that created everything. I was created from it. I am one with it. And I express and experience it as love, peace, as joy, harmony, and abundance. So I realize the I am. I am an expression of spirit. I am perfect health, ease of movement, and vitality. I am love. I am loved, and I belong. I am a unique and vital part of the whole. I am abundance and prosperity. Any business or creative or any other endeavor I undertake is wildly successful. There is a law of attraction always responding to my thoughts and my words. So I am all that I have spoken and even more. My mind releases any thoughts that do not serve me. I release any fear, any past hurts. I forgive. Spirit flows through me. I listen to the silence, knowing that in that stillness is my true essence. And I embrace the truth of me. I embrace that I am a magnificent being. For our center, we shine so brightly as we have attracted the perfect senior minister and the perfect home. It is with tremendous gratitude that I speak these words, knowing that this and even more is already manifested. I release my word to the action of the law that always responds to my thoughts and words and says, yes, my beloved, release and let go. It is already done. And together we say, and so it is. So let's put a little love in our hearts and stand for our closing song.
Think of a fellow man, lend him a helping
This program is a service of the Center for Spiritual Living Nashville. May your life be filled with joy and prosperity in every way. Learn more about our programs or contact one of our practitioners at our website, cslnashville.org. You may also want to follow us on Facebook at CSLNASH. You can make a big difference with your financial gift at lovecsln.com. Please share the link to this program with a friend and join us again next Sunday. Have a wonderful week.